course, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Nightcap. And joining me, sitting here next to me, one of the greatest rockers of all time, it's of course Mr. Lee Harding is our special guest host this afternoon.
Thank you very much for having me.
And Lee, as I was telling you before, it's a rarity to be able to talk to someone that you look at and just know true well that they're going to be big and famous.
Going to explode any time.
Exactly, and of course joining me in a secret location, it's of course Mr. Ian McDonald. Welcome to the show, sir.
G'day, boys.
Hello.
Hello. Now, not many people will know you by name, but definitely know you by face, because literally you've been in more ads than, I think, products in Australian combined have. You've been in more ads than Vegemite. Let's go that way.
There has been a few. I think at last count I'm up to about 18. It's going pretty well. There's always casting, so there's always a chance for more, but sort of aiming a little bit higher now. I'm just moving up and trying to take whatever comes.
I really don't blame you on that one. That's exactly what I do as well. I'm waiting for my first hemorrhoid commercial, and then I think I'm in.
I'm sure you can take one of mine.
My good friend, of course, when our nation gets to see you, they'll look at your face and go, geez, I know him. So let's just rattle off a couple of the commercials that you've been on. Of course, you were the face of Channel 10 HD there at one stage when the new technology came in.
Yep, there was the 10 HD. There was this one's probably the kicker. A lot of people don't realise that they've seen this one, but there's a notorious TV commercial historically with a couple of dudes playing the piano in an unusual way, usually on late night. It's run for about 6-7 years, and no, I wasn't one of the guys at the piano, but I was one hosting them. That was one of the first. It's also been Domino's, McDonald's, Toyota, NIB, there's a slew of others, Sheba laptop specials and all sorts of everything in between. There's, total of 80, I think, yeah.
Wow. Absolutely unbelievable. And of course, I'm going to get Lee to move over a little bit, because when we do the side split, you won't see probably.
There he is.
Yeah, there he is. He's got a bit older over the years. There's no colour in his hair anymore, but he's still got the personality. He still smells like wasabi.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Wondering what that was.
Now, you've also recently made the jump into some movies. Now, I know that it's still, technically we can't talk about it, but we can definitely probably mention the name of Murder House. Is that right?
Very close. It's called Muir House.
Muir House. Right.
The character's name is Philip Muirhouse, and the house sort of works as a double entendre with the fact that it's set in an actual haunted house out in the country here in New South Wales. So basically we shot this in 2010. The location shoot was about 3 to 5 days, roughly, on and off. But for the most part, when they said lights, camera action, that usually meant lights off, cameras with night vision on, and the fact that we're actually in a scary location was enough before we actually got in there. Once we were there and things started to happen for real, then, you really start to, it comes into business. You want to get out as quickly as you can and get that shot.
No, exactly right. Now, the location itself, was that in Junee, or where was that taken?
That's the one, yeah, just outside of Wagga Wagga, a little north, I believe.
A lot of the people
belongs.
Sorry, I'll cut you off. Here you go.
It belonged to the disputed town founders, and a bit of a twisted family arrangement, I guess. A lot of deaths, a lot of horrific events, and so much drama in that house over the years. And now it's just one spooky place. We actually had a couple of sightings, some of which we didn't find out until after the shoot, because people wanted to keep us on track and not scare us. But some that we all knew happened during the shoot too. But it's quite exciting. That film's got its premiere coming up in about a month, and that's happening in France at the Cannes Film Market during the Cannes Film Festival.
Which is absolutely unbelievable. Now, a lot of our fans of the Nightcap do actually come from New South Wales, so they know the house quite well. And Lee, have you ever heard of Monte Cristo?
Yes.
In Junee. That's the place that the setting was this. It was this great movie, and of course, I know that it's very strict in the rules of what we can and can't talk about, because the director is very locked down on what you as an actor can talk about the movie. But
Well,
judging.
we'll just keep it close to our chest, and it's like a building site with a fence around it. Once you take the fence away, everyone knows what's behind it. So we're just keeping it close to our chest. We're going to Cairn, we're giving it its best opportunity to screen, and from there we can see how it progresses and how it'll develop, unfurl, so to speak.
Sounds like an absolute go. And Lee, do you have a question you want to ask?
Yeah. What's it feeling like to be a great up and coming actor that no one knows about yet? But can you feel it all bubbling underneath you, ready just to explode?
It's exactly what I've just been going through this morning. The phone hasn't stopped. Every time I put it down and I'm about to deal with what I've just spoken to someone about, the next one comes up. So I'm writing down the last note and taking the next call. But the buzz of everything that's coming together at the moment is enormous. Another development this last 2 weeks as well is that there's a kid who's playing in the new Baz Luhrmann film as young Leonardo. His name's Callum McAuliffe. I was this kid's first director, basically. I cast him in 2004 to play a younger version of himself in the film I wrote, acted, directed, and more to change the world with. But basically, this kid was amazing, and he's gone on to just absolute strengths. He's now 17, and his career's booming. I kept in contact with his mother. She shot me an email the other day, which has just changed the game entirely again, and basically now through all the communications with the producer in the States, this Saturday I jump on a plane and take off to LA, and I'm there for about 16 days for another production called Almost Broadway, which I believe also has Cameron Daddo associated with it. I think he's in there somewhere. I don't know the exact billing, but yeah, it'd be good to jump on over and get this started.
It's fantastic to hear.
Now, you were a big up and comer at one stage. Do you have any advice?
Definitely feels.
Oh yeah, well, I'd just say if it's all about to explode and everything like that, it's one of those things you just got to definitely keep your feet on the ground. I think the biggest thing about all of it is keeping humble to everything. It's I've met a lot of people who have let it go straight to their heads, and that can actually make you fall over a lot faster than anything else. So
absolutely.
Now, one of the things. Sorry.
I was just saying, there's a lot of excitement. That's the hardest part, and it's probably a good time for me to be taking that on board, because you're like, wow, and then you've got to be with everyone else.
Absolutely.
It's always right. Now, also in the works, of course, you're going to New York City at one particular spot, or am I getting my information correctly here?
You're probably correct in it's been moving so quickly that that was what I believed. But the film was actually set in New York, but we're shooting in LA, so
right, okay.
It's a little flight time allows me to not have to spend another 6 or 7 hours in a plane, which is appreciated.
One of our fans, Sandy Wise, said to say, Idaho's a great place to visit, so I think she wants a bit of nookie. If you're not taken, by all means, look her up.
Fantastic. I'll jump on and check out those comments.
Well, one of these things that you are going to have to deal with, because Lee and I have done our homework, and we believe that you're going to be the next Eric Banner. You're the new Australian that's going to go over there and take America by the nuts and show them what us Aussie boys are about. So the one thing I want to tell you to get used to, because Lee's been through it, I've been through it, we're going to give advice to you. We are both massive sex symbols in our industry, and people masturbate to us and things like that, and we're used to it. So obviously this is something you're going to have to get used to. Are you prepared to be referred to as a sex symbol?
Oof. It's not really a question I've ever entertained formatively. I don't know. I should ask Lee. What does this involve? Do you get stalked?
Yeah, well, yeah, you do. In a big way sometimes. There's I always remember one girl that came up to me with a big A2 folder, full art pad with just every photo that was ever taken of me, including family shots and everything like that I've got no idea how she got. So, be ready for these photos to be pulled out by people that just, you've got no idea how they get them, but they get them, trust me.
Lock your Facebook down, my friend.
That's exactly what I was just going through. Damn, it's happening. That's my afternoon right now. Security controls on Facebook.
Absolutely. I'd say my biggest thing to you would be get 2 Facebook pages going, one for your friends and one for the fans, because once it blows up, you start trying to cipher through all the different messages from friends and fans and family, and it's just like, you don't want to look at your Facebook anymore.
Yeah, but you get your life back.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, fantastic. Yeah, I like to get on that. Wonderful.
As you should. Like you've done a lot of work on TV. Like you've been in Packed to the Rafters, and one of my favourite shows, of course, Tough Nuts. What was it like as an actor to get into the role of a known criminal and be able to portray him?
At that time, it's scary because you got to, I guess, go through a little bit to, I guess, allow yourself to believe those sorts of things. There's a few auditions that I've had the same sort of effect. I once had to audition as a rapist, and to be in those sort of positions where you're not usually take yourself and convince yourself in certain ways and through techniques that this is you, it can have an effect, and sometimes just breaking out that when you walk away is when you really notice it. And I guess, yeah, that would be for me. It's also a lot of fun playing, hard characters like a tough one, but at the same time, it's, yeah, I don't know, I think it's more fun than not, but you do notice changes in yourself at times, and you just entertain questions, believing the truths that a character would believe to be true. You take that away, and then you're sorting through it all later on as you decompress, and it raises questions that you just wouldn't have otherwise entertained. I guess I like that. It's a nice little exploratory.
So would you characterise yourself as a nice guy?
Yeah.
So
I like to think so.
To take on a role as a tough guy or a bad guy and stuff like that, is it a lot harder than playing a nice guy, because you might find that you are playing a nice guy more as yourself rather than a character that you're trying to portray? Yeah.
I mean, a shortcut for me on the process really is to just shorten the fuse. People of a hardened demeanour are hardened because they just, they will let less slide. So a nice quick shortcut for that is to shorten the fuse. Even if you're still playing the nice guy as a bad guy, the character like Chopper that Eric did, actually, talking about Eric, he did an amazing job because when he was the light, you always knew there was a short fuse. So that's one of my shortcuts, and then from there it just becomes about the person, where they're at, and what they're going through.
Yep.
Fantastic. So I'm guessing in the next maybe 6 months, when you have exploded into this massive US phenomenon, you can't forget us little fellas. Well, Lee's not a little fella.
Yeah.
I'm a little fella. Lee's on his way. That's
Sunday I'll go on the SB. There. What are you playing the SB, by the way, Lee? Are you doing a set there?
Yeah, well, hopefully soon. Yeah, actually, we've got a lot of things going on at the moment, so that's definitely one of the things that's going to be coming up soon with the new rock band. Absolutely.
Fantastic. Where can I check out the gig guide?
Well, pretty much any of the papers around Melbourne, you'll be seeing us in there. So
and of course the Nightcap.
Yeah, of course.
Pay attention to our page.
Yes.
It's mine,
Wonderful.
goddammit.
Yeah. Definitely.
Back off.
Wonderful. Nice.
Yeah, of course,
things are going really well over here. It's moving really quickly. So I guess for me, I've never experienced such acceleration. I actually just, while we're talking about Melbourne, a local clothing brand have just approached me as well and asked me if I'd like to wear their couture internationally, and I took a look at their stuff and it's come through. So a big up out there to Gabrielle Hazim. Thank you very much for all those clothes from Gin and Tonic, and I will be definitely making sure that there's photographs taken and dropping your name everywhere.
Well, congratulations on that. Free clothes are one of the best perks, I think, out of everything.
Did you get free perks?
Yeah, I love all the free clothes and all those little perks that you get. It's,
How come I haven't got any of this stuff?
Yeah.
I'm going to throw it out there now. Any sponsors? Hello? Yeah. Come on, I've got Lee Harding here. I've got Ian McDonald. Come on, give me some clothes.
At least OPSM, give him a go. Come on.
Yeah,
no.
I need to say Specsavers because Alex Perry is a friend of mine. So
there you go,
Specsavers.
yeah.
I just dropped your name.
Get some on DMC.
Yeah. Of course, I'm guessing you got a massive afternoon planned with securing everything down. So, Ian, my good friend, we do wish you all the best in your endeavours in the US, and please keep in contact with us so we can interview again.
Definitely, most definitely, and I'll make sure it's on a high-speed connection because it's been a bit sketchy from mine. We've got torrential rains over here. Sorry about that. But best of luck to everything that you do, Lee, as well. And Josh, thank you very much for having me on the Nightcap.
Thank you very
No
much.
worries. You can call me the captain like everyone else does, but
Absolutely, Captain. Big up, Captain.
well, Ian, thank you very much. It's been an absolute pleasure, and we'll see you again very, very soon on our screens.
Good luck, my friend.
Thank you. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.